Taxes in the 1800s versus today, how much did people really pay? Ever wondered how much people paid in taxes back in the 1800s? Spoiler: income tax barely existed back then, and governments mostly relied on customs duties, property taxes, and excise taxes to generate revenue. Here's a breakdown of tax rates in the 1800s across different countries and how those amounts would look in today's money, inflation adjusted. 1. United Kingdom, 1800. The modern income tax was first introduced in 1799 to fund the Napoleonic Wars. It was repealed and reintroduced several times before becoming permanent in 1842. Tax rates in the 1800s. 2 pence per pound, around 0.83% on income over $60. 10% on incomes above $200. Let's break this down in today's money. 60 in 1800 is equivalent to 15,525 today. 200 in 1800 is equivalent to $51,750 today. So, someone earning $200 in the 1800s would have paid 10% in taxes, which would feel like paying over $5,000 in today's money. 2. United States, 1861. The U.S. introduced income tax during the Civil War in 1861 to fund war expenses. Tax rate: 3% on incomes over $800. That $800 in 1861 is equivalent to approximately $45,899 today. What about other parts of the world? France didn't introduce income tax until 1914, relying mostly on land taxes and salt taxes. India, under British rule, introduced an income tax in 1860 to support colonial administration. The Ottoman Empire relied on land and trade taxes, along with the jizya tax on non-Muslims. Takeaway: then versus now. In the 1800s, governments preferred indirect taxes like customs duties and excise taxes. The idea of taxing people directly on their income only became common in the 20th century. But when adjusted for inflation, those taxes weren't as small as they might seem. Interesting historical tax facts. UK's income tax became permanent in 1842. U.S. income tax was first introduced in 1861 and repealed in 1872. India's income tax dates back to 1860. France only introduced income tax in 1914. Did you know these facts about taxes? How do you feel about the difference between taxes then and now? Drop your thoughts below.